A machine that boils water in 4 seconds flat. A door made of holes cut in metal. Stand right in front of it. Nothing happens. Radiation strong enough to cook meat is pouring straight at your face right now. By every rule you know, that should be cooking your hand. Something is stopping it. It's not the glass. Stick around, because the real answer involves a fence and a coin. This whole thing started with an accident. 1946. An engineer named Percy Spencer was testing radar equipment when he felt something warm against his leg. Answers this old are the reason there is a channel called the smart side. A candy bar had melted inside his own pocket. He hadn't touched a stove. Nothing had touched him. Whatever did that was invisible, and it came from the machine humming next to him. Spencer's curiosity turned into the first microwave oven, a refrigerator-sized beast sold to restaurants because it was taller than the workers running it. It cost more than a car. Most owners sent it back within a year. Too big, too strange, too expensive to justify for reheating soup. But cooking was never the hard part. Keeping the waves trapped was. Inside your microwave, those waves ricochet off the metal walls again and again, hitting your food from every single angle. That's what makes water molecules shake violently. And that shaking is heat. The entire machine only works if the waves stay trapped inside the box. So, a hole in that box sounds like a problem, right? Here's the part nobody explains. The hole is smaller than the wave trying to get through it. Picture a chain-link fence. A beach ball is too fat to fit. A marble slides right through. Size against size is the whole game, not whether a gap exists. Microwaves themselves, the actual radio waves, are roughly the length of your hand. Each hole in that door is nowhere near that big. To a wave that size, escaping through one of those holes is like the ocean trying to pour through a coin-sized gap. It can't squeeze through. That's the whole trick hiding in plain sight on your countertop. That's the whole safety system. And it's just geometry. Quick gut check. Like this video if that fence trick just rewired how you think about your kitchen. Light behaves completely differently, which is why you can watch your food spin at all. Visible light is nearly 1,000,000 times smaller than a microwave, so it slips through the same holes without even noticing them. It's the same reason a porch light glows through a window screen at dusk, but bugs mostly can't get in. Now, here's a twist most people miss. Size isn't the only rule. Ever notice what happens when metal touches the inside wall? A fork left leaning on the cavity, a twist tie, even certain plate trims will spark and arc violently. That's the same energy finding a shortcut through metal shaped wrong, instead of bouncing safely between smooth walls. Shape matters as much as size. None of this was left to chance. Every microwave sold gets tested with a handheld leakage detector run along the seam. On a properly built unit, the needle doesn't move. The waves hit that mesh and get bounced right back inside, over and over, cooking dinner instead of you. The stakes were serious enough that the government stepped in. The US locked in a federal radiation limit in the 70s after the public was genuinely afraid of it. People wrote letters. Some refused to buy one at all. The fix wasn't a thicker door. It was holes small enough to trap a wave nobody could even see. But the holes aren't working alone. Run your finger along the rubber lining around the door frame sometime. That gasket compresses tight every time the door shuts. Sealing gaps the mesh alone can't cover. The seal matters just as much as the holes. Here's the part that actually affects you. Drop that door. Slam it too many times. Let grease build up along the rubber edge for a few years straight, and that seal stops sitting flush. That's when a unit can genuinely start leaking for real, which is exactly why the tiny crack running along an old door hinge is worth caring about. Nobody's saying panic. Just don't ignore a door that doesn't click shut clean anymore. It's a wipe down and a look, not a full replacement. And it fixes the problem before it starts. These days, nobody flinches anymore. You lean on the counter, you watch dinner spin, you don't think twice. Before the ending, hit subscribe, because we map out one hidden mechanism like this every single week. Spencer's accident is sitting in kitchens across the country right now, glowing faintly on a counter long after midnight, waiting to reheat someone's coffee. So next time your popcorn pops just fine, while your hand rests inches from the glass, remember it's not luck. It's math done in millimeters, backed up by a strip of rubber nobody thinks about. The holes were never the flaw. They were the whole answer, one wave at a time.